From the WYLN studios in Hazleton and all over northeastern Pennsylvania, this is WYLN News.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Paula Dagnan. The Turkey Hill at Route 93 and the Airport Beltway in Sugarloaf Township was robbed for the second time in 24 hours. The gas station was robbed Sunday night and again this morning just after 11:30. The robber, reportedly wearing sunglasses, a black hat and jacket with a green and navy scarf wrapped around his face. He fled the store on foot. A man with a similar description robbed the store the night before. Police from multiple departments were on the scene and searching the area. Hazleton police were called to a home on North Laurel Street after a complaint of loud noise, and according to police, it's not the first time. It was around 3 a.m. Sunday when they arrived, and according to a news release, over 200 people filed out of the house. The owner of the home at 155 North Laurel is Fernando Ramirez. He was cited with disorderly conduct for violating the city's noise ordinance. City officials say if they are called to the home again, criminal charges will be filed. Charges are pending against a man from Hazleton after police say he was DUI when he almost struck a vehicle head-on early Saturday morning. That vehicle was an unmarked police vehicle being driven by Hazleton Police Chief Jerry Speziali. It happened just after 2 a.m. on Church Street. The driver, 48-year-old Silvano Matos Rodriguez, according to police, was driving on the wrong side of the road with no headlights. Police say he submitted to a portable breath test, which indicated a .237 blood alcohol. He was taken into custody without incident and released after a blood test. Edwardsville police are on the lookout for a woman wanted on aggravated assault charges. Quilani Anthony allegedly stabbed another woman in the eye over the weekend on Main Street. Anyone with information on her whereabouts is asked to contact Edwardsville Police or 911. She is considered armed and dangerous. A federal judge in Harrisburg today vacated 3 convictions for former Luzerne County Judge Mark Chivarella Jr. That means the 67-year-old will have a new trial on those charges at a time yet to be determined. And depending on what happens in that trial, it could mean he would serve a shorter sentence. Chivarella argued his trial attorneys were ineffective and sought a reversal on some of the charges. They include 3 convictions of racketeering, racketeering conspiracy, and conspiracy to commit money laundering. He contends the statute of limitations should have been brought up before the jury. The judge, however, left the other 9 charges in place. Chivarella has served 6 of a 28-year prison sentence for his involvement in what became known as the Kids for Cash case. It involved kickbacks in exchange for sending juveniles to a certain juvenile detention center. Firefighters from 5 different departments worked Sunday to put out a fire in a garage in Hanover Township. A call regarding the structure fire at 12 Loomis Park Road was received just before 4. The garage, located near the housing development, according to the Hanover chief, said the owner was the only individual inside at the time of the fire, and he made it out okay. The chief also noted that there was extensive damage inside. The cause of the fire is undetermined. A state fire marshal was expected to be back on the property today. Crews from Sugar Notch, Hunlock Creek, Nanticoke, and Laurel Run fire departments all assisted with that massive blaze. Fire crews were called out overnight to a fire, this time at a home in the back mountain of Luzerne County. There were no injuries in the 1 a.m. blaze on Mount Olivet Road in Kingston Township. The home was gutted. Crews were called back this morning around 9 to a rekindle. Still no word on a cause of that fire in Luzerne County's back mountain. State Representative Neil Goodman and State Senator David Argall announced that Downtown Shenandoah Incorporated will receive a $22,000 state grant to buy property to construct a building that will house a business incubator. Downtown Shenandoah Inc. plans to use the money to tear down the former J.C. Penney building to build on the site. In addition to the business incubator, plans for the Downtown Shenandoah Innovation Center will include first-floor retail space, a community computer lab, an event space, and offices for Downtown Shenandoah Inc. The grant was awarded by the Department of Community and Economic Development's Neighborhood Assistance Program. This is the second grant that has been awarded for this project. Back in May, Shenandoah received a $17,500 grant for the planning portion of the project from the Keystone Main Street program. The Hazleton City Authority will be sending more money to help the city. A check for $424,827 was approved by the authority. It's part of the city and authority's master service agreement. The city will receive this money just days after council voted to borrow $1.5 million from the pension fund. The HCA payment comes from its water division and industrial division. The agreement was signed by the city and HCA back in 2010 during Mayor Lou Barletta's term, and it runs through 2025. Coming up on WYLN News, another Republican on the list to try for Congressman Barletta's seat. Plus, Northeast Pennsylvania will be represented in the Olympics next month in South Korea. But first, let's take a look at our 7-day forecast. Overnight, clouds and a low of 24. Tomorrow, partly cloudy with a high of 34. Some sun to start off on Wednesday. Then, looks like partly cloudy, maybe even some rain or freezing rain by Wednesday evening. We'll be right back.
For 4 generations, All-American Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram has been treating their customers like family. Stop in to get the lowest financing options and best service around. Whether you're in need of a Ram pickup with a Snow Dog plow, or have an active family lifestyle, or simply want to show off your fun, adventurous side, All-American Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram of Tamaqua has a wide variety of inventory to choose from. Stop in now and take advantage of their Start Something New event.
Boyer Insurance Agency, 78 Sugarloaf Avenue in Sugarloaf. Quality coverage, competitive rates, discounts, recreational vehicles, boats, campers, and motorcycles. Find the coverage you want at the right price. Call them at 570-788-3543.
Modern therapeutic staff take pride in providing quality care in a professional setting. In-home care for homebound patients and provide free transportation to and from our location. Modern Therapeutics, 1109 West 15th Street, Hazleton.
S.J. Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond Contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Renai, and trained comfort specialists, call S.J. Kowalski at 570-455-2600.
Another name in the race for the seat currently held by Republican Congressman Lou Barletta. Joe Peters of Wyoming County, who served as former Deputy State Attorney General, announced he's entering the race for the seat in the 11th Congressional District. It was 2016 when the 60-year-old ran unsuccessfully for State Attorney General. Congressman Barletta is giving up the seat to run against Democrat Bob Casey for the U.S. Senate. Businesses in the Humboldt Industrial Park are preparing for an emergency plan, which may include a notification system. The Humboldt Park Association is looking into purchasing Send Word Now. The program would send emails, texts, and phone calls to registered contacts to alert people of any emergencies in the industrial park. Officials from Can Do are looking for funding options for the Send Word Now service. At a recent meeting, meeting, CANDO officials also discussed the extension of Route 424. It would provide direct access from Interstate 81 to the park, which, as CANDO President Kevin O'Donnell explains, is part of the emergency services plan. Luzerne County Council plans to fill vacant seats on county government boards at tomorrow night's meeting. 17 seats are currently vacant, 5 of which are on the County Community College Board of Trustees and 3 on the authority which oversees Mohegan Sun Arena. Other seats are also available on the Farmland Preservation Board, Children and Youth Advisory Board, Area Agency on Aging, and other numerous authorities and commissions. 9 people have applied to fill the vacancies. 25 more are scheduled to be publicly interviewed starting at 5:30. That's tomorrow night at the Luzerne County Courthouse. A Northeast Pennsylvania native is on to the Olympics. Adam Rippon of Clark Summit in Lackawanna County was one of 3 men who skated their way onto the team Sunday in California. Also, Berwick native Jason Turdman is heading back to the Olympics. He and teammate Matt Mortensen were named to the United States 2018 Olympic luge doubles team. The Winter Olympics will take place in South Korea beginning February 9th. You may have noticed if you take the Pennsylvania Turnpike today that tolls are a little bit higher. A 6% increase for cash and Easy Pass customers took effect Sunday. The Pennsylvania Turnpike Commission says the increase, approved by commissioners last July, is needed to meet funding and capital improvement obligations. Coming up on Hometown's News Choice, a state representative talks about a new bill that he's trying to get passed in Community and You. Plus, we'll have details on a benefit this weekend for Catholic Social Services. One ticket in New Hampshire won the $559 million Powerball. One other ticket sold in Florida won the $450 million Mega Millions. So far, no one has come forward to claim either ticket. Let's take a look at today's winning Midday lottery numbers. Good luck if you played. Stay with us.
Chur's Auto Sales has been serving the area with quality vehicles since 1954. Chur's Auto Sales is known as your friendly dealer and now in their 4th generation and voted the best used car dealer by the readers of Standard Speaker Choice Awards. John Chur would like to thank everyone that voted for his business. When you need a quality pre-owned vehicle, choose from a large selection at Chur's 570-454-7229.
All Care Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech, and occupational therapists can provide you with exceptional service in the comfort of your own home. They also offer dietitian, home health aide, and medical social worker services. You have a choice in your health care. For safe, friendly, qualified care, call All Care Home Care today and let their team begin taking care of you and your loved ones.
For over 25 years, Whitetail Preserve Shooting Range, 118 Boulevard Road, Bloomsburg, has provided professionally designed skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields. All stations are handicap accessible with resident NRA certified shooting instructors on site. There are packages available to fit anyone's budget, restaurant and catering on site. Our facility is also available for weddings, business meetings, bachelor and private parties. Call 570-384-2314.
on WYLN, everyone. I'm Gary Perna. I'm very pleased to have with me State Representative Eddie Day Schinsky. We just wrapped up a taping of Topic A. That's why we took a field trip across the studio here for this. State Rep, I wanted you to give us kind of an overview of what we just talked about on Topic A, about grandparents now raising grandchildren and how that number has skyrocketed over the last couple of years due to some of the opioid epidemic that we're seeing here in our area, and how grandparents now are really becoming the parents to so many children here in our area.
Well, again, Gary, thanks for having me on, and it is a critical situation. There's over 88,000 grandparents right now raising 195,000 Pennsylvania grandchildren. And many of those grandparents certainly did not expect to do that. You and I had a great conversation about our lives and how our grandparents played a role in it. But our grandparents could give us back to our parents. These grandparents have that total role. And many of them do not have the financial resources. Many of those grandparents have physical disabilities themselves. Many of those grandchildren have a wide variety of needs, and they don't have the resources. So what we're talking about is trying to make the people aware of this, trying to make our members aware of this, and try to pass legislation that will help those grandparents raise those grandchildren with the least number of obstacles to go through. The grandparent doesn't have loco parentis, and that's one of the big ones. That means that the grandparent has no authority over what to do with the child. So they have to go to court, and then once they do that, my bill would try to give them loco parentis, emergency guardianship, and then they could enroll them in school, take them to the doctors, be their parent until their parents finally survive or recover from whatever their problem is.
And we've talked about it in the show, how really times have changed. And again, my grandmother would yell at me, she'll watch this. We have grandparents who are in their 70s, 80s, some of them even approaching 90, who have taken on this extra responsibility in helping their grandchildren through this, and they are a little slower now, maybe not moving as fast, maybe now have to be more responsible and thinking about some of this. And I know sometimes you'll say something to your grandparent and they don't catch it right away, or something like that, but this could be, for them, this is a huge responsibility. I never want to call it a burden, because it's their grandchildren and they love their grandchildren. They'll do what they can for them, but this is a really big thing that they had their kids in their 20s and 30s, 40s. Now, the second wave as grandparents in their 60s, 70s, and 80s could be a little more harder for them, moving forward with this.
Well, again, I've heard testimony by many of the grandparents, and some of the stories are truly sad. Some of the grandparents are at the point where they would retire, cannot retire now, must continue working to provide, for the grandchildren. Some of the grandparents have retired. They retired based upon a financial plan that they set into motion, where they felt as though they'd have enough in order to pass through this phase of our lives. Now, with the responsibility of the grandkids, they're struggling trying to find enough dollars in order to help them. And of course, many of the grandparents, just from the standpoint we talked about respite, as a grandparent, and my grandchildren have parents, so when I'm finished watching them, they can go back home. Many of these grandparents don't have that, so we're trying to work out things to go to the YMCA, CYC, help them be able to get some respite, or have some kind of daycare so that they can actually work. Daycare today is outrageously expensive and certainly unaffordable for the vast majority of those grandparents.
Right, a lot going on. If somebody, whether they live in Luzerne County or anywhere else, wants some more information about this, how can they get in contact with your office to kind of see maybe what's available to them?
Well, it's you have my phone number, 570-825-5934. That's Wilkes-Barre. We also have a website under Eddie Day Schinsky. You go to my homepage, a block will come up. You'll see a health care plan, which is something else we are very concerned about, and then you'll see grandparents raising grandchildren. Click onto that. Once you click onto that, it opens up a wide variety of links that will give them contacts, Department of Aging, Children and Youth, and various services that may help them. If they run into a problem, you call my office. We'll try to get you the information you need.
All right. State Representative, thanks so much for joining joining us here on Community New. Thank you for joining us here, and of course to hear more about House Bill 1539 and grandparents taking care of their grandchildren, watch the Topic A that is currently airing here on WYLN. Thanks for joining us on Community New. We'll see you next time.
Discover MMI Preparatory School, and you'll discover why so many families start their children in our middle school. Personalized attention and a track record of success. Join us at visitation night and then register for our entrance and merit scholarship exam. Log on to MMIprep.org and listen to parents say why they chose MMI.
There is, without a doubt, no other place that we would rather see our sons be educated.
Four Blooms is now open, 668 North Hunter Highway in Drums. Tuesday's happy hour from 5 until 8 in the bar area. Every Wednesday from 6 until 10 is martini night in the piano room. Sip and Savor, Thursday from 5 until 8 in the bar. And don't forget about Sunday brunch. That's Four Blooms in Drums.
Ralph M. Cameron, specializing in quality and affordable construction services for residential, commercial, and industrial. Licensed and insured. Call 570-401-0654 today for all your construction needs.
Do you like craft beer? Do you want to learn the right way to sample wine? How about visiting a restaurant that has a unique flavor or a crazy food challenge? These are just some of the types of things that we will be featuring on our new show, Wine, Hops, and Road Stops. Jeff Bonomo, host of Off the Beaten Path, welcomes you into the world of craft beer, great wine, and good eats. Wine, Hops, and Road Stops.
The Pennsylvania Farm Show kicked off this weekend. It's the largest indoor agricultural exposition under one roof in the nation. You can see nearly 6,000 animals, 10,000 competitive exhibits, and 300 commercial exhibits every year. The event showcases the quality of Pennsylvania's agricultural industry and the people who make it thrive. The show offers visitors just a tiny slice of the industry that employs nearly 500,000 people and contributes some $185 billion to Pennsylvania's economy every year. If you make the trip to Harrisburg, remember, take along your appetite. And don't forget to pick up a milkshake or two or three. The show runs tonight till 9, Tuesday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. and again on Saturday from 8 until 5. After a nationwide search, a new president has been named to Hawk Mountain Sanctuary in Schuylkill County. The sanctuary's board hired Sean Grace November 19th. Grace will replace Dr. Keith Bildstein, who served as interim president. Grace received a master's degree in environmental studies from Montclair State University in 2000. His most recent position, Audubon Sharon in Connecticut. His new role as president of Hawk Mountain includes management, creating mission-based programs, and fundraising for the sanctuary. He officially starts his position tomorrow. Congratulations and welcome. A night at the races taking place this Saturday evening in Hazleton to benefit Catholic Social Services. Doors for the event open 6 o'clock at the MPB Church Hall, that's at 4th and Seibert Streets. Post time at 7 p.m. You can purchase a horse by calling the CSS office at 570-455-1521, but you better do that before January 10th if you'd like to be featured in the program booklet. Tickets can be purchased in advance for $10 or $15 at the door the night of the event. Proceeds benefit services provided by Catholic Social Services. Stay with us. A look at today's weather is next here on WYLN News.
Minutes away. That's right, you're just minutes away from a great deal on a new car, truck, or SUV from Barber Ford. Two great locations, Exeter and Hazleton. The best deals on America's #1 brand are just 19 minutes from Scranton, 15 minutes from Wilkes-Barre, 12 minutes from Old Forge, 18 minutes from Mountaintop, and 28 minutes from Berwick. Barber Ford in Exeter and Barber Ford in Hazleton. Start your new car search today at barberautogroup.com, where nobody sells for less.
Wyln CA35's children's programming is designed with the specific purpose of serving the educational and informational needs of children. In compliance with FCC guidelines, a copy of the children's programming report is on file for public inspection at Wyln, 1057 East 10th Street, Hazleton, PA, during normal business hours, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., Monday through Friday.
Hi, I'm Scott Wagner. If there's one thing I'm familiar with, it's taking out the trash. I started this business from the ground up. Harrisburg insiders take care of themselves, not us. I'm running for governor to clean up their mess. My plan will junk the property tax, cut wasteful spending, and put big government in the dumpster. I've taken out trash before. Career politicians are going to be real easy.
Conservative, reformer, tough. Scott Wagner for governor.
Do you like craft beer? Do you want to learn the right way to sample wine? How about visiting a restaurant that has a unique flavor or a crazy food challenge? These are just some of the types of things that we will be featuring on our new show, Wine, Hops, and Road Stops. Jeff Bonomo, host of Off the Beaten Path, welcomes you into the world of craft beer, great wine, and good eats. Wine, Hops, and Road Stops.